Let's talk about that beautiful new Bionicle set and discuss ways that you could build MOCs in this new style. I'll give you some instructions, some tips, and more. Let's go. Ah, yes, it's finally happened. We got ourselves a new Bionicle set. Sure, the 90 years of play had that chibi Tahu in it, but that was a classic set. And yeah, it celebrated multiple different themes, and it was just a little small part of it that was Bionicle. This is a proper Bionicle set with the logo and everything. And beautiful box art as well. Look at that box art. So the set itself is rad. Tahu looks awesome, and his little display stand lets you easily recreate some of the original box art for Tahu. And thankfully the stand can be easily removed, and you can have Tahu stand on his own and pose surprisingly well. I know a lot of people were a little bit apprehensive about this set because it's 100% brick-built system pieces, and no actual Bionicle pieces are being used. And hey, look, that would have been lovely. I would have loved to have seen CCBS or Bionicle pieces returning, but I think it's safe to say those molds no longer exist, and they physically couldn't do that anymore. But even still, I'm really pleasantly surprised with just how nice Tahu looks. This new system form is just surprisingly awesome. The design is superposable, it's decently well-rounded, and a lot of the limbs, torso, everything, it beautifully mimics some of the original designs as well. I just love this. I think LEGO did the absolute best that they could do with the pieces that are available to them to give us an homage to the original Tahu. And yeah, Tahu's great and all that, but Takua, he steals the show. He's very much based on his original iconic color scheme here, and not so much his look from other sets that he's appeared in, but he's adorable. His printed mask, I think, is wonderful. The same can be said for Tahu's mask as well. I think both of them are very well printed and do the best for what they can. Yeah, maybe we could have got a cool brand new mold or something, but I don't really think they were going to do that just for a gift with purchase set. But for what it is, I think it's really nice. But yeah, Takua is just so cute and tiny. And his proportions are just really fun to play with. The way that he poses and everything, it's just a little bit goofy and really fun. I mean, look at his little bag. He's ready to take the bus to school and eat his packed lunch and everything. What a cutie. And something that's just not on the box for some reason, but is one of the best parts of the set, you get the little Motunui and Makuta rocks, which can be seen in the Bionicle movies and in other places as well. This is such a fun detail and a nice little Easter egg. And I mean, the fact that this is included in the set is just fun, but also so respectful. Even like the first few pages of the instructions kind of continue this. They're showing off this amazing poster of Tahu and Takua together, and is very much in the style of some of the early 2000s Bionicle posters and art. And if I could, I would print this off and have it on my wall. It's amazing, and it made me smile when I first saw it. It's beautiful. And then some of the pages just after that in the instructions were a really nice kind of blast from the past, seeing some of this imagery and different stuff, but also this absolutely awesome message from Greg to the fans was amazing. And again, it's so respectful, it's so fun, and it's just, I don't know, this set is just a beautiful love letter to Bionicle, and I think they just poured so much respect and just brilliant detail into this. I'm lost for words a little bit here, I apologize, but it's really something special, and I'm so grateful that we got this. Yeah, there's just something really nice knowing that a lot of LEGO designers, grew up with Bionicle, and now those people are old enough to actually be LEGO designers, and they just poured their heart and soul, the people who worked on this, into this set, and their love of Bionicle really shines through in this, and there's something magical about that. And there was also something magical about being able to go to the shops, buy a brand new Bionicle set here in 2023. That was a lovely feeling to be able to experience again, especially because I was late for work that day, but it didn't matter, I had Tahu. So yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, this set was super special. I know I've said that a bunch already, but I'm sure you'll agree with me here. Really, really cool. But why must the fun stop here? What kind of other MOCs can we build in this new Bionicle style? Well, I decided to use the same basic structure from Tahu and recreate Kopaka. Now, I made sure to copy the colors from the original set and change up what needed to be changed up. And I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I think the hardest thing, of course, was the head design, since both Tahu and Takua have those printed masks, and, there's no other prints for any of the other Toa or any other Bionicle characters yet, who knows. But, hey, if a third-party company wants to design some mask prints on those curved slopes and do them for maybe all the other Toa Mata, I'd buy the heck out of those. So if you're listening, someone do that. But still, I think it's easy enough to kind of improvise and make some custom brick-built versions of the mask. So here's a quick breakdown of the mask that I made for Kopaka. If you want to build it yourself, here is how I did it. And also, by the way, there are instructions for Tahu and Takua, this set, on lego.com lego.com right now. They're free to download. I'll put a link in the description if you want them. And honestly, that was pretty much what I did with this. I just followed the instructions again, but built it in a different color scheme, and then swapped out what I needed to swap out. And you could very easily do the same for the rest of the Toamata or other Bionicle characters as well. And I mean, heck, if you need inspiration on how to build some custom masks very similar to this, I was heavily inspired by Aaron Newman's System Bionicle MOCs. So by all means, take a look at what he's done there and see if that can influence something for the mask designs that you might want to do for other MOCs. Also, just look at those MOCs, because Aaron did a great job on them. They're amazing. But let's look at some other ways that people have played with this new style. Here are some MOCs by Hexahedron, and he has built Rudaka in this system style and has given her an awesome weapon, along with a pretty perfect head design and some fun hair as well. It's nice to see a more kind of like detailed torso and still kind of keeping the rough shape that the Tahu torso normally has there, but it's still different, which is fun. It's just nice to see some decent exploration and a slight departure from the original design there. It's cool to see. He's also made a custom MOC here called Rahi Master Riza. And this is cool because it's got a fun little kind of pet companion, and all these different pink frogs here are used as this sort of like hair or mask design of sorts, which is fun. And it's nice to see a slightly smaller frame here as well for this character, and a nice use here of this mixel joint piece here, so there's a bit of waist articulation, but it still works in with that sort of smaller build version here. And then finally, they've also built their own version of Kopaka, and here it is next to my one as well, so it's interesting to see how two different people have essentially, used the same brief here, but done it in two surprisingly different ways there. So yeah, heck, if you were like, oh man, I really wanted to build Kopaka, you still can. Two of us have already done it. I'm sure many other people will or already have as well. So don't be afraid. I mean, heck, I'm sure after this video does, come onto YouTube and a few days have passed, I'm probably going to get into building the other Toamata because it was fun to make this Kopaka. I might do it again with the others as well. So and maybe stay tuned for that. I'm pretty keen to do that. And I'm sure other people will do the same thing. So yeah, there's a lot of awesome possibilities, and also you could customize the Matoran as well if you want. I made Jala to go with Takua, because that makes sense. And his mask was a bit tougher to make in system, but again, inspired by some of Aaron Newman's stuff. This is what I came up with, and I did try some more simplified versions, and they proved to be terrifying. But here's how you can make this yellow Howl mask if you want to make your own. But I'm sure as you realized, yeah, I really, really love the Tahu and Takua gift with purchase set. And it's been awesome fun to see MOCs popping up and exploring different ways of designing Bionicles in this brand new way. It's fun. It's awesome. It's super cool. It's all the words that make it sound impressive, because that's exactly what it is. So go to your nearest Lego store, go to lego.com, whatever you need, and buy as much sets as you can to qualify for that gift with purchase, and get yourself a Tahu now before they all run out. I'm sure you're going to love it. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.